Hey, this is Corey from Wolfpack Woodcraft, and today I have 5 knives in front of me, all Scandi Grind and all different. Okay, Scandinavian grind is my favorite kind of grind, but you have to be careful on the kind of grind you're picking up because each knife could be different. So you really need to make sure that you're taking the time to research and see what you're getting, because one kind of Scandi might be completely different than another. So stay tuned. Alright, so I got 5 knives in front of me, and 2 of them are Moras, and they're the same, but the other ones are different, and I'm about to show you the difference. Okay, so I have a Mora Companion that I've used and abused. Alright, and then I have a Mora Bushcraft Black, which they're the same grind. There's a lot more pros to the Bushcraft Black than the Companion, but the grind is what we're going to talk about today, and the grind is the same. So this one, you have a Scandinavian grind that goes from flat to flat. Alright, and so it's very easy to sharpen a Scandinavian ground knife because you just put that grind on there and you sharpen it both sides. And so it's easy to sharpen, it's easy to maintain, it's easy to take care of, and it's my favorite grind. That's why I have 5 of them. But as you can see with the Mora Bushcraft Black, the blade edge goes all the way to the handle. Alright, so the cutting edge is all the way from the tip all the way to the handle. Alright, and so that makes it easy to sharpen. There's nothing to really worry about. There's nothing to really screw up here. It's a very easy knife to maintain and take care of. Alright, and now we're going to a Tops Bob, the Brothers of Bushcraft. And this one is a Scandi Vex grind. Alright, and so with the Bushcraft Black, that's very easy to sharpen with a stone because it's flat, sharpen it. With this Scandi Vex, there's a convex grind to it, and so it's got cheeks. So instead of being a convex or being a full true Scandi, it's convex. It's got cheeks on it. And so if you have a work sharp belt sharpener, it'll be super easy to sharpen this knife. Where a belt sharpener, this is stone sharpening is easiest with this, where a belt sharpener will be easier for the Bob. And the Bob also has a tiny little choil. Okay, so that your belt has somewhere to start. So you can sharpen all the way from the edge to the edge of where that choil is. So you're sharpening edge to edge. Where here you're sharpening handle to edge. Here you're sharpening edge to edge because of that tiny little choil. Okay, so this was more belt sharpening. If belt sharpening is your method and you like Scandi grinds, Tops Bob with that Scandi Vex might be your go-to. Where if you're a stone sharpener, the Bushcraft Black, it's going to be easier keeping that flat Scandi grind with a flat sharpening stone. Okay, so now moving on to the Pathfinder Knife Shop Dave Canterbury Signature Edition Scorpion. Now this one is a little bit different as well because this one has the flat Scandinavian grind like the Bushcraft Black, but the Scorpion has a ricasso, and that ricasso is the chunk of metal between the handle and the edge. So this one you're going to start sharpening it from the ricasso to the edge. Okay, which makes belt sharpening this even harder because you're going to end up rounding up that ricasso, and you're going to end up doing stuff to that ricasso before you get to that edge. And so this one, you almost need to stone sharpen to keep it true. Okay, you can stone sharpen all of these and you can belt sharpen all of these, but if you want to keep it true to itself, this one almost needs to have that stone, and you need to know where to start that stone at so that you don't screw up that ricasso. Okay? And that's just my opinion. I don't like rounded ricassos, but some people do. Some people don't mind. Alright, and then my LT right has a ricasso as well. And this one is a drop point. And so the drop point makes the tip in line with the handle. So it's straight from the middle of the handle to the tip is all in a straight line. And it has that ricasso. So this one is a true Scandi with flat and flat. It's got a drop point so that it's, to me, this is one of the easiest knives to sharpen besides the Bushcraft Black, because you're not getting such an angle on that tip, right? This one is more true to just going back and forth on a stone, where this one you have to angle that tip. Okay, this one you still have to angle the tip too, but it's, I don't know, to me it just seems easier to polish this edge, especially when it comes to stropping. I like stropping this knife more than the rest of these knives, except the Tops Bob. The Tops Bob's super easy to strop because it's already round, so it just glides across the strop. Where this one, it might be just because of its high polish already, but this one seems to glide a lot nicer than my other Scandi grinds do. But so when you're in the market and you're looking for a Scandinavian ground knife, there's a lot more to look at than just the grind itself, because a Scandi knife all the way to the handle, a Scandi Vex that go with a little choil for easier belt sharpening, and Scandinavian grinds with the ricasso and the different geometry of the blades. You know, it's all stuff to take into consideration. It's all stuff that it's going to alter the way you sharpen and your sharpening methods. It's knife care. It's a lot of factors play into all these little simple things. And so just because a knife has a Scandinavian grind doesn't mean it's like all the rest. So you really have to do your homework, study, and make sure that you're getting what you're looking for. I'm lucky enough to have different options. I used to use the Tops Bob all the time because I have a work sharp sharpener, but I can't bring that with me into the woods. Alright, so I decided I wanted to learn how to sharpen with a stone. I have a DC4, a Falkneven DC4 that I do most of my sharpening on, just for the practice. And it's a lot easier for me to sharpen this cheap Mora than it is this Tops Bob with that DC4. And so that's what encouraged me to get the Bushcraft Black. Okay? Because it's easy to sharpen, it's easy to take care of. I learned that from the Companion, but there's a lot more pros to this one. Alright, and then that's what made me get these two. Spend the money. I knew I was confident spending the money on these two knives because I knew what they had to offer, and I knew they were my type of knife. Okay? So do your homework, do your research. I'll do my best so that I can do some of that research for you so that you can be informed when you make a purchase. And so make sure to leave your knowledge and your questions in the comments section. There's going to be a lot of good knowledge on this one. There's going to be a lot of good questions on this one. So let's get a good comments going. Let's get it going, and let's get information shared amongst the pack. All right, make sure to thumbs up, make sure you like this content and this idea, and as always, don't forget to subscribe and come join the pack. Thanks, guys.